What's up, everybody? Welcome to another brand new edition of Midnight Madness, not movie music matinee mashup. Anyway, what's up? This is not your typical midnight dance party. There is very few songs you can actually dance to on this. This is the entire CD of let's call it an experimental album, I guess, that I did, called Pianos and Words. Um, it's about an hour long or so. I have the list and everything ready to go for when that goes on. Um, not much of a backstory to it. It's just basically a lot of stuff that I had written up until 2014. So yes, I'm going further back in time. And if you're wondering, aren't you just some dude who like talks about movies? I am. I am that guy. But I'm also doing this. Everybody has different interests. You know, there are people out there who have interest in sword making, but they just do movie reviews. It's fine. Make whatever you want. Like my cat says, I do what I want. You can do the same with your channel as I'm doing on this one. Am I conforming? I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. We all know this by this point. If you're subscribed and all that, you know this whole fucking thing is chaotic as shit. But I am going to play more games. I am going to be reviewing more movies. I just got a lot of other new series, so I got to get through all that crap. So, without breathing into the mic, without making it any more awkward, is it awkward yet? Am I staring directly into the camera? Is there enough light? Am I wearing a hat? Does it have a rainbow on it? Yes, it does. Why? Because I like fucking rainbows. You can't own it. Who can own a tree? Who can own a bush? What movie is that from? Look it up. So yeah, without any further kerfuffle or ado, welcome to Live from Nowhere. Welcome to Live from Nowhere. The night was milky. The night was bright. The night was missing. The night was raped. The night was vocal. The night was pure. The night was assured. The night was insane. The night was naked. The night was forgotten, blanketed by the fog. The night was relaxing. Stores open, closed, gone. The night was reclusive. The night was mine. The night was disturbed, waking in brilliant sunbeams. The night was shrinking away behind the earth. The night was hidden. The night was beautiful. The night was perfection. For us, them, eternity. Kill the shadows from napkins glued to my forehead. Yeah. The shadows wiggle and approach. Neon beard casts a blur in the apartment. Scintillations of the modem start to hypnotize. Drink away the night, feel the river burn, inhale the spirits of an ancestor. Cancer lingers in the darkness. They wait for you, unstoppable and seductive. She rolls inside the jasmines under the star-spangled sky. Half naked and aroused, we move in the grass. Cold marble of the tombstones rests along our backs. Never should we seem to ever understand the dream. We only give questions that victorize our candor. Vomit feels like concrete, never enough smoke to go around. Always an empty bottle in hand. Kill the shadows, kill the night, then the mares. Only then can we sleep. Ode to the cold side of the bed. Someone is crying about a girl. I only had one bit of advice to him. Get over it. Leave that world behind. Your obsessions will kill. Leave them behind. It's not necessary for one to have another. Cynical, but true. It's only when the questions are answered before you ask them that you should be worried about it. The laughs outside in silence, muttering the comedic end of an imagined conversation. Someone is always crying about a girl. I commend their dreams and love. Down sends the whiskey, leave society behind. They exist with you anyway. Packing for a trip, trying to gather my life. Someone knocks on my door. Have I found God? I tell him we have an understanding. If God is infinite in all ways, why should we confine ourselves to preaching just one book? We should preach them all. All are correct, all are wrong. The infinite infinity changes. The infinite infinity reaches beyond all grasp. Should I confine myself inside a religion? Should I confine myself to just one bag? It can't be done. Too much to pack. I don't want to do it. My clothes are in piles. Suitcase still on the shelf. Damn, man. Destiny show comes quick. Melodies end. Sun gazing. Listen to the waves crashing on your face. Tied to the block, sinking faster in time. Will we be hitting bottom soon, sir? Aye, that would be so if this were not a trench. Recall the time long ago, standing in your room wearing that stupid bowler hat, a cane from a broom as a pimp stick, laughing at the night, mocking from the inside. Rippled waves from speakers bounce in your eyes with pulsing colors. Red, orange, yellow, the whole fucking rainbow. Taste the acid, sir. Begging your pardon, excuse my speech, orate your lines, damn it. Sir, yes sir, where were we? Alright, drowning. Be this my last breath that I inhaled from above where the light plays on the water, blinding yet so mesmerizing. It's pretty down here too. I could get used to this. The cool water flowing past my naked skin, chains and concrete. The view of fish in the dancing sun. Pressure builds and more silent my thoughts flow. How long have I been down here? A week? Year? Minute? The fish are curious and nudge my face, releasing my lungs into the salty nameless. Intake of water, rushing in, again. To my daughters, call me Father, wherever you are. And in this last moment, gazing directly into the sun isn't so bad. It's like a vortex, turning black in the middle, becoming nothing more than a yellow ring and a violet orb, pulling me within itself, holding me like I did you. Sir, wake up, sir. You're dead? Yep. Angry at stars and circumstance. Yeah. I hear the rain. I'm drunk. Woo! See how happy I am? See that fucking smile? I hear the thunder. I see the lightning, rattling the windows, flashing like paparazzi. It's not pissing me off. That's another matter. Alone. It's what I am. Alone. Lone. One. That song about that number echoes and echoes in my head. I understand now. No matter what I do, one is still the loneliest. Happy, happy. Fucking joy, fucking joy. Another song of my generation. Type, 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 type. Fucking type. This is how I am. Alone, inebriated, desperate but not wanting. Flashes at night, fan on low, in the summer heat, under a blanket. I don't really care anymore. Not really. I consider offing myself. Seems too messy afterward. I get that I won't be dealing with it, but I like to wallow in myself, and I'd rather clean my lifeless body. Drain the blood, nice and neat. Woohoo! Such fun I have. I stare at a box. It continually changes pictures. The speakers, powered magnets, and electric tone blast my ears, rumble the floor. I sip a drink. I don't know what it is. I just drink it. Tastes okay. Thunder again. Lightning before it. Earth's only similarity. Rain. Water. Pain. Life. Hate. Words. I drink again, put the bottle on the floor and turn. Off goes the box. Wearing nothing but boxers. Not sure why they're on anyway. No one is here. No one ever comes. No one knocks. No one calls unless they want. Except for Mike. I like Mike. He's not needy. But he hasn't stopped by in weeks. No knock from even the Mormons. I don't care about their views. I just want company. But I hate people. A person is okay, but people in general are assholes. Scared and gullible. Fucking monkeys them all. That's my perspective. All talking monkeys lying to each other, telling the truth as they see it. I can say with conviction that I am one of these creatures, but I'm not really happy about it. It saddens me. I don't get the customs of their kind, to date, to marry, to raise children. Okay, the last one I get. Even roaches have children. But back to dating. Such mockery and confusion. The storm outside is rising, or falling rather hard now. I think of peacocks when I see lovers, flashing colors and style, lying to the fact of what they are. Coercion and confidence, all lies. To fuck you, that's all. In the end, they stay to fuck you. They don't love, they say they do, but yeah, more lies. The storm now from one bolt a minute is now up to, I lost count. Breathe, I say in line at a store. She's only here for money. Will she date me? No. Why? She has a boyfriend. Lie, lie, lie. They all do. Both sexes trick you, fold you. Lie, lie, lie. Breathe, I say, and approach the counter. Will this be all? Yes. Thank you and have a good day. You too. Fuck. I missed another opportunity. It wasn't real anyway. Nothing is. Everything will die. I will. She will. They all will. Do I have love in me? Sure. Somewhere. But there is a defense system. I don't know the code. The keypad is busted. I got a key. No, I don't. Damn. Yeah, I know we'll just love ourselves. Won't work. Why? I don't know. Thought about suicide all day. Won't work. Why? I'll just be fucking myself. Woohoo. Such fucking fun. I sound bitter. And I am. From my mother on down. Maybe that's a reason why I can't relate to anyone. Certainly couldn't with her. No ties, no hugs, just lies, lies, and more fucking lies. Maybe that's why I'm stilted, unapproachable, angry, killing myself with drugs and alcohol. Every time I do it, I wish I died. It might be better, it might be softer, it might just be dark. Dark. So fucking dark. At least here I have flashes to tease me. Here I have silence, but not entirely. I want to live on a razor, just dying on the edge, wasting my time with the best. Peaceful, stoned, drunk, and a shit ton of lies. Just me and my wants, needs, and the storm. Born from it, I guess, living in the middle, surrounded, yet alone. Happily bitter and alone. This ought to stir up the ladies. Woohoo! He's funny. Let's walk away. Yeah. Let's. The night was frighteningly quiet. The full moon peeked through the thick clouds. The only noises were the echoing of my footsteps in the empty house and the soft creaking of the boards beneath them. Something whispered in that house. Something of old, something mysterious. I wondered why. Why had I come to this house 3 miles from town, Beachside? Good people lived in Beachside, many of whom suffered great losses, but they always showed hospitality. It was their town's foundation. I came to a door. As I turned the elongated knob, I was immediately repelled towards the wall. An evil image flashed in my mind and burned my hazel eyes as the door swung wide open. There, standing in front of me, was the most incredible woman I had ever seen. Her eyes were captivating. Her naked body with its glamorous sheen bit gloriously into the dark night. Her blonde hair spun a winter's blindness into my heart. I asked her what she was doing there in the bedroom in this barren house. I was wondering why I was here myself. Where have you been, Donovan? She asked, reaching her hand out and touching my face. I missed you. Where have you been? I said nothing. I had a gut feeling that something was not right with this woman. I had never seen her before. She was beautiful, no doubt, but I don't know, something was off. I wanted to back away and run, but it was too hard to resist her gorgeous body and guile. The woman pressed close to me and kissed my lips. Oh, it was smooth and soft. I felt that she was sucking some life out of me. She drew me into the bedroom, bare, save for an old, dusty, but strangely pristine bed. She helped me take off my clothes, kissing after every piece came off. Her eyes didn't let go. Deep green flames burned inside them, and rainbow sparks flew around it. I struggled, but to no avail. We started making love. Everything was deep red and spinning viciously. The woman began moaning, but soon the moans turned into screams, not of pleasure, but of pain. Louder and louder they became until the woman thrust herself off of me and began pawing at her face. Large, revolting boils started popping all over her once smooth body. Her skin melted away as they exploded. She was still screaming as her muscles disintegrated and the bones began to decay. The last thing to go was her voice, her horrifying screams, and still they remained in the air. The woman had turned into a sickening puddle. A shadow cast itself over the mattress. I moved for my pants but couldn't. The shadow was holding me down firmly. I struggled as the weight of the dark shadow had crept up my legs, but the shadow just moved quicker. The shadow, now in my chest, still holding me down, it sank some sort of vicious teeth into me. I howled with pain. The bite filled me with such anger that I flung the heavy shadow off myself and onto the wall. It hissed. I grabbed my pants and ran for the door. Stepping out of the bedroom and into the long hallway, I saw the shadow slither across the trampled down blood-red carpet floor. It stopped at the far end. The shadow then stretched to the width of the hall and began to swirl. Faster it went as I watched, unable to move once again. It rose high and fell back, leaving a trailing mist behind. It rose and fell again. The mist grew thicker. The opaque mist stopped swirling. It had taken a new form. Color grew inside the shadow creature. Dark, bulging spheres became eyes. A gorge gaping hole became a mouthful of sharp, gnashing teeth. The horns gnarled and became sharp and jagged. The lower half of the shadow creature was then covered in fur, brown and dirty. The limbs solidified after the snarling nose came into being. I watched, horrified, as the shadow creature came towards me, shaking the house and causing flakes of the ceiling to fall. Suddenly, the stage light fell through the roof. It nearly chopped off my damn head. The director yelled cut, and I went back to my trailer. Spanish women. You know, the more you yell, the less I listen. And the more you scream, the more I fall in love. I love tornadoes. Yours are the most destructive. You smash my world just to rebuild my heart. Only in the heat of passion, with different sounds uttered, can I listen to your moans. In my ear, against nibbles, and seep deep into your soul. Litter bound. Litter bind me to the rafters, waning voices of dreams hereafter. Litter bind me to the sky, glint my heart for passing by. Bleary weaves a bitter rose, leaving lives we can't impose. Glitter bound me to the floor, scream for screams, nothing more. Glitter bound me to the rise, catching time before it dies. A hazy night. I'm torn. Either I'm a coward with fangs, or I'm a god too frightened to exist. I think that I'm a coward with fangs, bare, stark naked in a doorway, laughing at you. Meet Fang, we would laugh again. Your pious insecurities plus my inhibitions to follow a lead will never make us happy. Go home. I'm depressed and a little drunk. But whether I'm a coward or not, can I see your tits? Please, come on. It's important. Down the street we go. You leave me dry, parched, no taste or too bitter. Goddamn lousy wine, I almost dropped you. And here's some flowers. Think of your spine on my fingertips. How original, I thought. To play a melody on it, and that song would be perfect. Verse, chorus, chorus. Woke up Monday morning, ringing in my head. 9 o'clock in the morning, you cry beside my bed. Don't be going on a rise, holding stoplights in your eyes. Don't let go of your dreams, because I'll crash into 1,000 seas just for you. I'll hold you close and say, if you'd rather run away, I'd stop you now and say, I'm for you, when no one else would do. The reason we kill/love. We wear cologne just for the off chance that you'll smell us. Not just a sweet, what's that glancing, but a deep inhalation. There's necessary breath in being held by you closer. We do it for that heat and dreamy state you tend to leave us in. We're damned, and it's all because of you. And let's face it, we all deserve it. Room without a view. Don't ask me what I was doing wandering the woods. Honestly, I can't remember. I was probably high or drunk at the time, or both. Depends on if I got trapped here on a weekend or not. My watch died 2 weeks ago, I think. I just read the date on the digital calendar on the wall. No clock, just a calendar. It reads October 7th. I don't believe it. My shadow talked to me yesterday. It spoke of a life I once had. It spoke of its hatred for me. I told it to fuck off. It left laughing. The room is gray. The walls, ceiling, and carpet are gray. The pictures on the wall all just blobs in humanoid form looming against clear forest and black grass. My only light, a lamp, crouches on the desk, which is also gray. The room is small, 4 feet square with no exit. I'm trapped with central heating and air. Last thing before I blacked out and woke up in here, a man was shaking my hand. He congratulated me for a job well done, though I don't recall what I did. He was smiling and then darkness erased his face. I did hear the crushing grass and leaves as I was entering, but probably was thrown in the room in the turn of the invisible lock. So don't ask me what I was doing wandering in the woods, but if you come across some man there wearing a necktie and a leotard, and he asks you to join him to feast and celebrate, don't do it. Next thing you'll be is here with us. The us I can hear tapping on the walls, rings of silent telephones, and your screams that just won't echo. Poser of a misled garden. You know, I've made music. I'm no good at it. Songs go nowhere. Symphonies are faked. The rhythm is wrong in my soul. For music it listens, but it does not answer well. My pen is better armed for this roller coaster. I watch some boring genius playing carrots and corn. He yammers about electricity. My passion requires none. Now some frantic musician trebles on. Piano wired voltage. Accusatory sonars punch me. They know I'm a poser. So I'll leave them with their garden. I'll only step in when the music is out of tune. I'll wave my velvet violins. I'll burst into song. They will witness their mistakes and bear fruit. Don't make me get back on stage. I do have more material. Next time, I won't be so nice. Next time, I'm breaking out the theremin. Odd hour romance. Somebody knocking at my door. Can't see no face, don't know no more. Pounding harder, close I get. Won't be no angel, that I'll bet. Who are you, other side? In my home and in my mind. What's your name, other world? Steel in hand, white flag unfurled. Susie, Carrie, Marianne, Amber, Holly, ampersand, knocking on my bedroom door. Who am I to stop you? Who am I to waste your time? Who are you really, as I let you inside? You tell me your name softly. I know that it's a lie. I whisper it so softly, breathing in, alive. You hum the tune, I'll guess the lyrics. There's a poem I never wrote and forgot in a dream. Never knew what it said or if it was beautiful. There's a poem I never wrote until you mouthed the words. Sunrise, sunset, or cherry pit world. Did you eat the dying sun, glowing under horizon one? See it now, exhausting beneath the exotic waves of yore. Pelt of beams of morning star will soon be clean of choking tar. Watch us round this ball once more. Look up high and dare to score. D&D, she's back. Why? Why do you fly? Why do you fall? Why, after all, the lies? Have you come back to me for some reason? A blanket hope for trust from treason? Do you equate lovers and fate, hygiene and harmony to what you fake? So why does the sky tell me tonight that you just might be right? Kisses make time taste natural. I won an award for apathy. Huh? She sighed, just debating if I should care. Of course you have to make her happy. You have to make her feel special. Because if you're going to keep the blinders on the horse, you have to feed it an apple. Otherwise, they just nag. Simple. Carry on, like a demon in the sun. I'll mistake you for a liar, even though you are not one. Everything's wrong, you're singing this song. You know you fucked up when your feelings are gone. Some woman I never spoke up to last night on smoke break. I'm glad I met you, no matter what happens next. Your sweet smile obscures my vision. Your iris completes my soul. Harbingers of affirmation bring me out of my shell, coddle my desire supreme, and your smile conceives my heart. At the bar, she sits outside, doing nothing but sipping a beer, inhaling secondhand smoke, breathing out my surprise. Flames of the banana spider. This is writing material. Stutter slurred drunk, squint eye roasted. How magical are these times? How bleed we the night romantic? Dead rabbit, crying hound, utter hilarity. I never should have reimagined the vicious hunting of the sky, the taming of the screw, or that look in your eye. Big fucking spider, black and banana, web patterns the handrail. Matches thrown in boredom, silk burns, and the spider runs. Can of hairspray evens the edge, crispy arachnid shrivels. Flames of the banana spider snuff out and recede, out of the castle inferior, into the binding sea. Watching the birth of my heroes, I wish my life had a chase scene, through streets and buildings, across borders and trains, between field and forest. Bullets and grenades shrapnel past me, in haste for some dame, some jewel, some important ideal. An all too elaborate destruction sequence, the celebrating crowd at the end of my run, the kiss from the prom queen, the lover, mother, or wife. My life should have a chase scene, one for the ages, time, fantasy, and history. A chase where I die at the beginning, a chase where I live at the end, a chase where I can't stop hitting rewind. White Lotus. A few days ago, a friend died. I barely knew her. Barfly hostess, a frail frame mist, tattooed and angled, shadow eyes and blonde halo, an afterlust of beauty. A few days ago, a friend died. I barely knew her, yet I cried. Sleep robber. Crooked glass, powder rain, sidewalk slit, flaxen mane, happy stars, warping feelings, and the quiescence of this lovely shadow. Sharp desires, loquacious heart, ornate orchestra, kindred world. Academician playing a cello in the park, rhapsodizes in tandem with the fresh breath of winter. Cleave from me, O Tuscan rose, my bitter howl, salacious nose. Third time it happened. She told me she'd do it. She never lies to me. So why, when the truth bursts forth, do I have to watch her die for the 1000th time? She tells me it hurts. I tell her to go do it again. She shatters my TV as she spills out. Screeching tires, broken perfume. At least she kept her keys this time. Rukana again we dance. Dreadnought overcoat drenches. Plastered follicles hide eyes. Splashing hypno along the path. Opal diamonds peak the sky. Orchard sidewalks, next morning bloom. Children fondled fruits bask in their buckets. Choking coffee, swilling parades. Returning home, safe. Toes ignite the stereo. Our wet clothes melt away. Rokana again, we dance. How does an angry lisp feel? Pithy. Last diary entry, December 31st. My name is Ian. I'm going to be executed tonight. These 3 walls trap my honor and degrade my spirit. I'm a murderer. I killed Sandy Chambers on June 3rd. That was 3 years ago. Our love was pure, but my hand could not be stopped. It was destined to happen. Gray walls molest me. Gray floor and gray ceiling derail any thought of escape. The thick walls border and sequester. I think, but my thoughts are just too loud. I dream, but all those loquacious movie memories just bounce back at me with the same sad angles. They ricochet off concrete, and the gray paint siphons their beauty. I see all time stop in this place. I light a cigarette and the concrete breathes in the smoke. It curls from the end of the cigarette and dances into oblivion. Beware the mighty sword, for all things are channeled into its soul. The warriors within, the dying are just more real than the rest. I believe in miracles, but forget to remember them when they turn out to be scams, like the rest of the world. Fucking self-righteous apes. Ooh, I'm so important. I'm an original creation, therefore foreign on this earth. Even though all evidence shows that we're the best adaptation of survival and intellect. I like to believe in evolution, mainly because I think it makes more sense that way. Why wouldn't God do that? We are the masters of this land for a reason. We rule for the purpose of life, to live and evolve, to prosper and propagate, to better ourselves through the avenues of love and happiness and knowledge. It is to this end that I have come. I have found the ways of life just as I wait to suffer and die. An irony and a justice to be served. The night was normal. It was normal on that hot summer night. We sat at my house watching movies for hours, and we started touching, kissing, and teasing each other's hearts. She was tied to the headboard, arms stretched to the limit, legs free and smooth, white shirt with pockets open, breast bubbled beneath it. We grinded, we gyrated, we succumbed. She whispered in my ear to grab the knife. At least that's what it sounded like. I want you to hold it to my throat, she said. I held the sharpened steel with its dead black handle and golden tip. She bled. She bled some more. I thrust and pressed. She orgasmed and I sliced her throat from ear to ear. I came and kissed her lips. I lay beside her crying. I called the police the next day. They put me in here. I sit crapping on a silver bowl, writing these pages of whatever I happen to think, as this last sentence will be the end of my last sentence. See? That was stupid. I didn't have to write that, but for some idiotic reasoning, I'd like to think of myself in a more grandiose way. Make myself feel more poignant and progressive. Make a joke out of this mediocre world that I lived in. I wipe my ass and flush the silver throat. I pull my penis and stretch it out and stare. I caress it. I have my last orgasm on the silver lips. I smack my balls. The last sting of freedom. My last tear from nut cracking. I wipe my dick on the walls. The concrete inhales my semen. I wish I could stand up outside, nude, just once more. Then they can kill me whenever they want. You know, I should leave space at the end of my life for reflection. I can remember my desk. I can remember the newspaper stating Ben from Relations was dead. I didn't care. Hell, I still don't. Ben was an asshole. I slept with his wife once. It was at a Christmas party. I nailed her in the copy room. I think he found out because she told him and then she died, or rather committed suicide. You know. Then Ben jumped like a cricket out the window. Pity. She was tight in the waist and in the pussy. That's probably wrong to say, but you know, it came from her that Ben was never around and therefore she never got any. Man, did she need it. After we screwed, she avoided me at all turns. Ben was none the wiser. Hell, Ben wasn't that bright anyway. I smiled at his wife's ass every time she strolled past my cubicle. She got faster and faster at walking away. Her hair got shorter and more makeup was applied to her bruising face. She died to free herself. I hated Becky Dreadmeyer too, but you know, she gave me a blowjob in the parking lot after work in October. She was a bitch, but god damn. Technique, flawless. Finish, strong. She testified against me. Now I would gladly fuck her rotting skull sockets. Pierce the brain and come inside. I'd love to see all those who stood against me. Not one to testify to my grace. Not even Dave. Prick. He called me a freak and that my murder of Sandy Chambers was eventual. That I was a ticking time bomb of subterfuge and corruption. He said that I didn't fit in. I like to see him fit inside a toxic waste barrel. These things are not something from an individual who wants to be remembered as a brilliant. Instead I'll just come off as a snot and a terror who enjoys the subtleties of rape and torture. That is not at all correct. As I see now the preacher coming to my cell, the three walls of solitude, its portal shuddering clang, I hear them call my name. Ian Insectio, prisoner number 4821637 CTPS, City of Thacket Police Prison System. Convicted of murder of Sandy Chambers in the first degree and sentenced to be terminated by lethal injection. Yeah, well, I await the numb and paralysis, my heart stopping and my brain suffocating. I await the return to Mother Earth. I await in the arms of these pricks. It's time, sir. Give me a minute, will you? Sir, please stand and place your hands in front of you. Give me a minute, Screw, just a few more lines. Sir, fuck off, dick fart. The club is driven into my skull. Again and again. Again and again. Again and again. My head lifts from the table, bloodied and smashed. My boss yells at me again. Do you have those accounts done yet? What? Oh yeah, yes sir. All but the last. Well, get it done then, Ian. We need those by deadline today. No shit, sir. Loving spy. Girl in Prussian blue. I can see her now, away in Moscow dancing. A man from Moscow, standing in the cold. My gun, like icicles on gold. The girl in Prussian squints from me along the fading light. A man with a gun she loves. We stand across the street. She waves a dapper hand. I coax my way to her. The girl in Prussian blue kisses me on the lips. My gun presses her stomach. A man from nowhere fires his gun. Her blood is not blue. In debt, it's not so much as the pain I feel, but the anger that dwells inside. It makes me feel so inane, yet starving, deep for pride. Feels so empty, yet soft and sweet, to have me dangling off roof by feet. Twixt the realm of light and dark, dreams kindle, a lover's spark. But jealousy, like cash and creed, will all uproot those in need. Away too, behold my sterile nature, the being within dead. A blank undertow of oblivion, greeting me with a smile, is numb. Lethargy and necrosis his allies. Behold their frailty, beyond the nature that allows, opening Pandora and breathing her fumes. Grasping my hand, in succession a portal widens in the wake of these three. Behold my mellowed appearance, a silent mind and shapeless body. Fetal and fatality bind me slow. Breathing becomes unimportant. Is Nirvana reached, or am I just dead? Tuesday. Here we are again. My siren, ship's destructor. I love it when you breathe in my ear, sweet moan. Barring time from bottles, genital growls bursting free. Under you I lie, holding your reflection. Backs arch and bend. Drip goes our saline. Here we are again, at the mount, cliff's edge. Jumping for the castle bought with hormone and sex. The door, the door, the door. A bell rings again. The door, the door. I know it's not my friend. He died last night. Took the Roman way out. To miss the sight how joyous it was, but the door, a pounding on the wood. The door, the way a dead man could. Paranoid princess. Above the wall she watches, listening for fading sounds, waiting with impatience for the inevitable nothing. Hair of summer blowing wild, her countenance so quizzical. Bright eyes piercing the sky, she takes a pill to ease the pain. Rainfall on the horizon. A break in the silence whispers through, and she stiffens with violence. Did the wind. She takes a drag from a Virginia Slim. The breeze washes her freshly shaven skin. Her legs crossed in the summer sun. The expulsion of smoke carries out and away. The wind again brushes the oak, a smile upon its bark. She lays a hand upon her chest, the other on the dirt. A cough she gives, a vulgar jut, and blood runs to the ground. I held her face one last time as she began to drift. Behind my wall, I stifled a cry. Did the wind kill her, or I? Short road is life, long road is love. I live in a spiral galaxy, and I'm in love with a neighbor's wife. Ruby red lips and an out of high school smile, cloaked in warmth from another man's closet. Sapphiric eyes and a soft coaxing voice. Once again, her hair is of fire, pulled back just so. Her face is brightened. I wait to leave when she does, waving the hand where I keep my heart. I live in a spiral galaxy, and I'm in love. Sky winner. Sky winner, sky winner, sky. Her braids fall down her back, smiling just a smile, giggle. Sky winner, sky winner, sky. Maybe I'm in denial, full of hope and plead. A simple child with a brilliant smile, and a word 'cause she's deaf. Sky winner. By pointing up, she looked. Sky winner, sky. Winter is her name. She'll never know. The way I say it makes me shiver and smile inside. Sky winner, sky. At least they're quiet when they sleep. She sleeps with shallow breaths. She is safe, yet I fear. A sigh she utters, a muddle of words. Again she falls asleep in my arms, powerful through her frailty. Her hair soft and eyelids smooth. Peacefully dreaming, I move away to cover her. Her hand falls away. She reaches for the bear. I tuck her in. The nightlight makes her glow. I kiss her on the cheek. She nudges my face. A grand gift she is to all those who see. My reason to believe in just one more day. No solicitors. Sitting outside, fishing for cigarette butts. It's not even my house. Strike up a half-bent Newport as two men in nice shirts pull up in the driveway. They ask if I've heard about the new service in town, fast internet and high-def television. I waste their time for 20 minutes. The owner finally arrives home and negates their nice approach. He has another service and is very happy with it. The nice men in shirts drive away with false information and tainted pride. The owner hands me a fresh Newport and digs the no solicitor sign out of the deep corner of the garage. The men pass by again after annoying the neighbors. The owner waves and points to the sign. I travel back home smoking and watch my stolen cable feed. Oh, I could have used that $100 gift card. The gate. Years and years I wait for something to come and open the gate. As I wait, something stirs. There's a flock of birds. They're sitting on the power line with their eyes and songs so sweet. When I listen, I get weak. I hear a rumble, a car goes by, and they don't stop to say hi. And all of a sudden, I hear a creak. The box I'm sitting on is getting weak. Years come and years go. My box breaks. I'm filled with woe. The birds come, I am older, and one sits on my shoulder. When it does, it starts to sing. In my ears, I hear a ring. For years and years, I can wait for a song to flow and open the gate. Then I have no sight. I see a flash of light. The gate is open. As I enter the gate, after all the years I had to wait, The light around me has an intense glow. My pace does not slow. A voice calls me to come here. I know that at last I am there. Campfire. The campfire burns, its soul glistening across the water. The night, emery cold, the whispers of the wind taunt us. The quiet, broken by breath, our hearts enveloped as one. The taunting lips adore me, and to them I have become devout. The stillness against our fluidity, capricious harmony beats within our life. The happy times have faded, the campfire now dim and smoldering. The memory of autumn lessened as the days and years drift past. The sign I see before me, the while worth all like diamonds in time. The end without itself, the campfire begins again. Why can't I love you? I'm a skeleton dying poetically, already deceased but denying the fact. The promise of her love beguiles me, her lurid eyes betray my skeptic heart. Whispering her name in the dark does nothing to appear my nymph. Though defensive stances I take, the faint shudder of her heart makes me quake. Favorable desires abound my mind, lanterns shattered, pieces of my love denied. Rigor mortis attained, eyes rotting, kept tortured, blind, and always wanting. Silk sheets. As the shadows of the night hold me, as I fall asleep in your arms, the glint in your eyes bedazzling, a breath of longing in the air. I feel your silk skin, and bathed in your heat, a heartbeat out of sync, and a taste of something sweet. Coiled upon each other, we speak without words, through the windows of our eyes, our souls' energies merge. As the shadows of the night hold me, as I fall asleep in your arms, serenity I have found beholding, my love, a whisper on a dream. Doe eyes so bright they blister, and deeper still I stumble. A brilliant shade of evergreen, ever haunted by their gloss. No vacant glare do they bestow, purer than sense no sin. Those orbs of sight, do I long glance, I'll drown within them. Don't save me. Violently attractive. The violently attractive pummels me weak, constitution wild away. A heart strangled by the ever-corrupting vines, tangled by my feet. I sit in acid and await the return of the beast as to hate me. He punches my soul, caresses my pain, violently attractive lets me live out my pathetic world around the corner, behind the mold. Shut doors, I awaken in restraint. She surrounds me with smiles and whips, tear me in fillets of beauty of such pure sedation. Let me meld inside you as we share in our purity and deprivation. We'll drown in each other and realize we do exist in this paradise of violently attractive tangibility. Poetry in emotion. Upon a bare bed, Sandy and I grind. Creaking wood and headboard dents in symphonic resonance with our organs. Bare walls, moonlight shine upon our bodies, glistening with lust. Tears in her eyes, lamp knocked over and cracked. In tune to my soundtrack, blaring from the stereo, we echo the night's wanting to have nails in its back. Ow, Sandy babe, that hurts. Nah, seriously, that fucking hurts. I'm sorry. No, it's fine. I just got concerned when I saw blood. I'm sorry. Don't worry. I'll scab. Comments on my 4th date with Sandy. We see the castle of sunshine. Impulses upon the peak of destiny. It's a troubled emotion. We meet upon the land. The waters crisp and fluorescent. A grave along the backside, surrounded by daisies and mountains. A road cobbled with caravans and gypsies with belly dancers. We see the castle made of sunshine. It rises high on the suspicious island. We enter the castle woven with sunshine. Our souls open merge and splice. Sandy fades. I watch her fade. She closes her eyes in the mirror. Eye behind thrust as she pushes back. She fades into the moment. Our body's weak and poisoned. We gleam in the dimming light. I feel her pulsate and close my eyes, synchronizing to the music. Her hair is damp. My knees burn on carpet. She mumbles incoherently, and her toes curl into the silk sheets. She is gone. I'm still a vampire. Well, last I checked anyway. I still avoid the light. I still wear sunglasses indoors. I still brutally murder humans for sustenance and to get high. So yeah, I'm still a vampire. Sitting at Murphy's drinking a White Russian. Pun intended. Her name was Deborah. Dark skin, black hair. Tasted like a peach. She worked at Palazzo's. She was coming out of a bar. I persuaded her to come with me. We came to cross an inner city cemetery. Rusty iron bars pointing dully towards the shattered streetlights. I shoved her against the largest headstone. She kissed me. She fondled me. I shoved her inside the open manhole. I heard her legs break. I jumped down. I punched her unconscious and tore open her thigh. Her artery pulsed. I drained her. I feel bad. All these people die for a pleasure. It's easy in this city. Like London when Jack the Ripper roamed. We continue his tradition. Yeah, Jack was a vampire. Some fucking detective shot him in the heart and brain in an alley. Very unceremonial-like. But fitting in for a legend, a dead doctor in an alley. Fitting in for Deborah, a sewer. I really wish I had his style. Tunnels, veins of the city, railcar blood cells. An old man focuses on his cane. Two thugs on the opposite side. Cliche, right? It is. Hoodie stands and gets in the old man's face. Skullcap sits with hands in jacket pockets. Hoodie berates the old man. He kicks the cane. The old man rises and smacks Hoodie in the face with his cane. He adds insult to injury when he bashes Hoodie's testicles and tells him to fuck off. Skullcap stands and pulls out a .40. He shoots the old man in the head and balls. Subway stops 13 and Ramon Boulevard, and they get off. They ignore me. They always do. Subway starts again. No one gets on. I check the old man's pockets. $42, 16 cents, a new condom. I tell him hello. I put the money in my pocket, and I drain him. A few hours later, I'm on the subway again. A young woman sits clutching her purse. Hoodie stands up, sits next to the blonde. He puts his arm around her. Skullcap stands and puts his dick in her face. It slaps her lips. I cough loudly. They ask, "You got a problem, fuckface?" "Not a fucking one, pal." They're coming over. Her name is Nancy. Hoodie now has no use for a hood. That part got ran over by the train a few miles back. Skullcap has no penis anymore either. I ripped it off, choked him with it, and broke his neck. I coaxed Nancy out of the train and back to her house. She thanked me, kissed me on the cheek, and bolted the door. And thus continues whatever the fuck I was supposed to be doing instead of this. I sit in my apartment now, watching television. Flash forward, and I'm still watching it. Someone on the screen yells, "Your kind killed Jesus." Someone else begs for heroin. A cameraman, holding his camera while filming, pummels a celebrity. I laugh like hell and change the fucking channel. Sitting in my apartment, Brienne is naked and asleep next to me. It's 3 p.m. That's late for us. I finish enjoying the ashtray. I stare at her ass. Man, how odd our world must seem. We turn off the light and press our bodies together. Vampires are so warm. Favorite memory. We sit in the dark, in hoodies, smoking cigarettes, kissing, reading aloud, poetry, prose, screenplays. We huddle in the storm, cold lightning, rain that collects and freezes, distorting our windows. a sleeping bag in my attic. We nest in the candlelight, in hoodies, smoking cigarettes, and forgetting the world. Universe in purple. As since your illusions are in black and white, a color scheme skipped in search for the truth. I see the universe in purple, red and blue combined. You stare at those same stars and filter out their light. Brother stars, are the stars out tonight? I lean on windows drawn on paper. Sparkle on dreams, dream on sparkles. This cube is me, trapped in square, erupting in silence like my brethren. Sister moon, a glow soft-filled, she hides from the sun and taunts him the same. Imperfections noticeable, and yet so beloved. Draw in and round, your back to the realm, causing life, love, and tides. Office jobs suck. Here I stand with unfeeling hands, losing the blossoms of life. Here I float among the sharks, blood trailing from my wrists. Here I lay against the roses, deepening the earth with my lust. Here I sleep, in the sunshine fluorescent, light bulbs searing my bareness. Here I leap in willows, prancing in the field, watching for the tigers to kill this naked man. Hangover morning, I see a row of fading mirrors reflecting where I've been. The ones before me reflect only bars, and behind me, only sin. Explaining titles is hard. Nothing is profound anymore. All things said are profane. Behold a simpleton, a smile and button eyes. He is perfect. No screams, no dreams. Behold the grandeur of my delusions. My beating heart is yours. There's a poem I wish I wrote. One beautiful and sad. One you read and fall in love with the words and frame it. I wish this was that poem, a statement of destiny implied. I dream of writing that poem, or writing it just for you. I wish there were words for what I want to say, to rise that warming sensation that I feel when you're around, to hold and whisper something deep into your soul. I wish I wrote that poem that only you can recite. I wish I was that poem, because anything you say brings in melody to the beat of my heart. Another sad girl. She drifts in flannel today, soft and red. Face flushed with crying, not me, her. If she and I were we, could there ever be an us? A streak, running mascara. Outside, smoking, red eyes. Calming hand, not mine. His, repelling from that hand, twisting to stand, standing alone, her, me. Observations continued. Gaunt tree, weeping moss, deep blue sky, collecting shadows, cold night, 1 star. New neighbors a tool, broken, chipped. A brochure arrived, not a bad idea. Or price. Candace knocked on my door, lips lock. Dinner plates soak, tell her of the blah. We reek of passion. Take a trip, she suggests, and clinches me tighter. She tears my ticket. I walk the ramp. My collar permeates of her. Some island. Oil tanker. Palm trees. Paper rendering plant. Red semi, squealing tires, broken stones, castaway bottle, yellow rope, rotten lumber, candy wrapper, orange cap, waving trees, rusty beer can, weight scrunched on the ground as I kill your brothers. Green weeds, green grass, stubborn concrete, green moss, brown grass, broken pier. Slow drifter, red barge, yellow tugboat, a guy, a quest, some island. On the last day, I found a heaven behind evergreens, behind shrubs, behind a rusty fence, a window of birds and waves. It's an alcove, a hollow thatched floor. Hear the waves, ripple, ripple, splash. A fish jumps, a bird swoops, a boat goes by. Here it lives, beyond the sequester, shaded and exposed. My heaven. Thank you for listening.
So that was the whole, poetry piano album. I would really, really love to say that I played the piano on that. Um, I did not, by the way. They were royalty free cover band kind of thing. Where they played the songs sound really similar, but they're not the actual song. And then I had to like piece them together because you only get certain segments. Um, well, you get a full song, you get a 15-second, you get a 30-second, that kind of bullshit. Thank you to whoever did all those um, tracks because my god, some of them were really good. Some of them like sound just off enough to bug me, but it worked. That was a very difficult experience to try to do when I recorded that. You gotta like say it as the track is going on, so it was technically a live from nowhere. Nowhere's where I do the other show. Um, anyway, this has been what the fuck is this? This has been live from nowhere. Another version of Midnight Dance Party. It might have been like one song you could dance to, but all like the happier, upbeat shit was really fucked up. Um, so I've been listening to it along with you, because let's face it, I gotta relearn what kind of goddamn weirdo I am. Most of those stories are true. Most of those stories are false. Can you figure out which one? Um, anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Um, I was trying to compile a whole book that I'm putting together. So far, it's called "Rabbit Loves Robot" as empty rat traps eat Mr. O'Brien. Um, so yeah, it's a little weird, but anyway, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that crap. I'm gonna leave you with this picture of stars. So yeah, I'll see you guys, you beautiful motherfuckers, in the next one. All right, deal, deal. All right, Carl, you can cut it now. You don't tell me what to do, son of a bitch.